Hey, what's up guys? My name is Destery and welcome back to What the Fuck 5. Have you ever watched an action movie and thought to yourself, wow, that's not believable? Pretty sure you can't jump 40 stories and survive. Yeah, roll through the fire, because that's gonna fucking work. Well, much like I did a couple of weeks ago with horror movies, make sure to check out that video there if you haven't already. For today's What the Fuck 5, we'll be counting down 5 things that action movies taught us. Number 1, bad guys have the worst fucking aim. You could be in the middle of a warehouse with 50 dudes shooting fully automatic rifles at you, and as long as you're the main character, everything will be fine. Isn't that neat? Dude, I can't shoot this guy. I'm pointing my sights straight at him and he's just running around karate chopping people in slow motion. This is especially true if you're a stormtrooper and you're trying to hit a Jedi. Like, I just don't even understand why they try anymore. It's not gonna happen. Best case scenario, you're gonna shoot and it might get to him and it'll just deflect and hit one of your best friends. So you're just gonna lose no matter what. Also, like, where do the main villains even get henchmen? And why do they all have bad aim? Yes, hello, I wanted to take over the world and blow up a small continent. And I was wondering if there was any assholes there that wanted to help me.
Yes, we have plenty, and they're all Russian for some reason. It's as if every bad guy in movie is Russian.
Perfect. And do they all have atrocious aim?
Of course.
Great. This is gonna go perfectly. Number 2, you can always escape an explosion as long as you jump away from the blast. Doesn't matter how close the explosion is or how large, just know that as long as you jump, preferably in slow motion away from it, you'll be fine. In fact, the only movie that I know of where this doesn't happen is The Other Guys, where they actually make fun of that fact.
Oh my god, how do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them? There's no way! I call bullshit on that!
In action movies, it's obviously an important thing to have elements that just glue the audience to the screen, and a 1,000 decibel explosion that causes your eardrums to explode usually does the trick. Especially because explosions happen a lot in action movies and hardly ever in real life. Like, I've never once seen an explosion in my entire life, which just made me realize that my life obviously isn't an action movie so much as it's one of those like really sad drama stories where nothing good happens to the main character, and he just dies really sad and alone. Wow, that sounds like a great movie. Let's go watch that. So just remember, if you see an explosion, you have one of 2 options. Slowly walk away from it while looking off in the distance, or jump away from it, preferably in slow motion. If you do one of these things, you'll more than likely survive. And this one, again, only really applies to if you're a good guy, because if you're a bad guy, somehow the explosion will kill all of your men, plus people that weren't even there.
Somehow my sister in Russia was killed from this tiny bomb in America.
Maybe you shouldn't have been a bad guy, man.
Clearly.
And also, more good news for good guys and bombs. When defusing a bomb, it doesn't matter which wire you cut, because all of them will do the exact same thing, and they'll also all be color-coded wires. Number 3, the main villain always talks just an inordinate amount of time before he actually kills you. So if there's someone that you know in your life right now that just talks way too much, that's how you know that they're obviously the main villain of your life. It could be your mom, your sister, whoever it is, now you know to watch out. So right now, I'm the main villain because I never shut the fuck up. Unfortunately, I'm not dressed for the part. 1 second. There we go. Now I just need to adopt a sinister laugh because the one I have right now would not cut it.
And that is why I must kill you.
But seriously, you can be tied to a chair with death all but certain, but as long as you're speaking to the main villain, he'll probably talk to you for about 2.5 years.
Can't you see why I'm doing this? I want to make the world a theme park with mini bouncy castles. Why can't you see you and I are so much alike? Imagine what we could do together.
So that's how I got that scar. The next one, and Becky was like, no way. So I was like, yes, bitch. And that's why Back to the Future 2 is obviously better than the first one. And luckily, he'll talk for so long that your backup will arrive just in time, or you'll somehow be able to get out of these shittily tied ropes behind your back. Damn it, where are you going? I forgot to tell you about the time that I almost drowned while I was whitewater rafting. So all you villains out there, if your greatest nemesis is in your clutches, just fucking kill him. Just right there. Boom, and you win. Saves you the trouble, saves them the trouble of having to listen to your entire plan before escaping, and it gives you another thing to gloat about while you play evil golf in your evil golf course. Number 4, shaking the camera a lot will make everything more exciting. In probably any fast-paced action movie you've ever seen where there's something crazy going on, you probably witnessed the use of a shaky camera even though nothing is actually shaking, just to make the movie more exciting and also to give you motion sickness so you remember the movie better. I wonder if this tactic could be applied in real life. You witness a random street fight, instead of breaking it up, why not spice it up yourself and get your head all up in there and move your head in every possible direction, making sure to get as close as possible. And hey, if you get punched in the face, who cares? You're just becoming part of the action. Also, on a more positive side, when the 2 people that were fighting see you coming really close to them, shaking your head violently, they'll probably be really weirded out and stop fighting. What are you doing? I'm making this an action movie in my head, man. Get away from me! And that, my friends, is one simple thing you can do to make your life more exciting. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for any harm that might come to you for shoving your face in the middle of a street fight. But that must be why I don't have just a ton of views. I have to shake the camera more. Duh. Hey, what's up guys? It's Destery. Wow, this video is so exciting to watch. I'm totally subscribing. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. If there was a things YouTube taught us video, it would be you must have a British accent to gain any subscribers. And if you're an American, you'll get negative amounts of subscribers. Finally, at number 5, you'll always win an epic fight as long as you say a cheesy line before delivering the punch. And in this case, the cheesier the better. Stuff like,
Hasta la vista, baby.
or I never miss, or you punched your last ticket, amigo. Just make sure that whatever it is you say doesn't make any sense and makes you cringe when you say it.
I'll have what she's having. Not this time, Satan. Taste my justice, fuckwad.
And this is why, as my final piece of advice, make sure to practice your one-liners before facing any bad guys. Because coming up with something clever to say when you're in the middle of fighting someone is probably pretty hard. Like if you were fighting a dude and you were about to win right now, what would you say? Exactly. Because for me, it would not be clever. I'd probably just say something dumb about how bad his eyebrows look. Imagine that though as the last one-liner before the hero wins.
I may have lost my family to you, but at least I don't have terrible fucking eyebrows.
Thank you, thank you. You can send my Oscar to my P.O. box, address below. But that is it for this episode of What the Fuck 5. I could definitely talk about this subject all day, but just for a couple more things. If you're an action star, you'll 100% of the time have a hot girlfriend. Don't ever worry about running out of ammo. Like even if your magazine only holds like 6 bullets, you can somehow fire 70 before needing to reload. Also, shooting a car no matter where will make it explode instantly. And if you're a cop, you have to be suspended from duty to actually solve the case. You know, just basic stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video though, and if you did, make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to this channel as there will be more every single week. Also guys, I'm hoping really soon to make some What the Fuck 5 and What the Fuck News merch. But in the meantime, make sure to check out all of the merch that I have on my store right now. Some really awesome stuff that I put up there recently. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you. I wanted to like sound important right now and like be like, oh yeah, check out my podcast and I'm doing all these things. I'm really not. I'm just a dude in his basement pretty much. So yeah, that's it guys. We'll see you next time for another What the Fuck 5. Thanks for watching and fair winds.